people that want to watch us. I don't know why though. Like,
Tin, why are you such a downer? We should be doing the show every night.
Is
no,
everybody here?
Yeah, every single night. This show should go on for 3 hours minimum.
That's because you don't have a life and you're cut off from going to the casino.
Oh, I have a life. I
Is
have a
anybody
life,
here?
Krista. Ready? Let's do this, Tin.
Everybody, welcome back to TV. We're glad you made it. Well, hello. Welcome back to Tin TV. It's our Sunday edition.
Tin,
Yeah.
can we start with a public service announcement from that Toronto thingy?
Yeah, you want to work it in while I bring it up there?
Sure. So I came across this and I sent it to the guys and asked them what they thought of it. And you have to listen to it from beginning to end to understand what is going on, because I think we're quite naive in our lives. And this is happening in Canada, but it's also spread across it's going into your place as well. So heads up, this is a public service announcement. It's not fear porn. This is real.
Oh, that's because shit rolls downhill, right?
It does.
Yeah.
Is that why it's coming here next?
The police
Yep.
don't want you to know this, so please share and duet this as much as possible. A mother and a daughter went to Vaughan Mills to go shopping. The daughter had to go to the bathroom, so the mother sat outside the washroom while the daughter went. About 20 minutes while the mother was waiting, the mother started to worry, and so she got up and she went looking. And this time, nobody had come in and out of the bathroom. So she went in, and that's when she saw a wheelchair in front of one of the stalls. So she started looking under all the stalls, and that's when she found her daughter's shoes, as well as a stranger's shoes in the same stall. So she pushed open the door to find the guy sprint right past her, and her daughter was unconscious with her head shaved. This is not just at Vaughan Mills. This happened at Vaughan Mills, but it's not just happened at Vaughan Mills. It's also happening at Yorkdale. There's over 60 cases so far, but the police have not gone to the media with this. So it's up to us to spread the awareness as much as possible. This is the newest way to kidnap people. And it's not just women and children, it's men too. They wait for you to not be alert, and they come up behind you, inject you in the neck with something that puts you to sleep, and then they shave your head, throw you in a wheelchair, and cart you right out under the cameras and under security's noses. And nobody does anything because they think that you're just not well. They think that you're just disabled. So nobody bats an eye about it.
The newest thing.
How many did she say has been done in Canada?
60 plus confirmed.
Wow. That's crazy. Shave 60 kids' heads.
No, that's the ones. Well, no, that's the ones that are confirmed. What about the ones that we don't know about?
Mm-hmm.
That's my point, is like how many people are doing this in how many locations across not just this country, but others that we don't ever hear about, because they wheel you out in a wheelchair and you look like you're all disabled and messed up, and you don't look the same as the way you looked when you went in. So nobody notices. I mean, in this case, the mother, bless her heart. Can you imagine the stress? Can you imagine? Oh my goodness.
Traumatized after that.
Well, and the thing is right now, they're collecting as many children as they possibly can, you guys, because their high satanic holidays coming up at the end of next month. When the veil is super thin between our worlds of the evil and the good. And yeah, they want to do their sacrifices to Baal or Baal or whatever. The dude that's probably in that box in Saudi Arabia, they're walking around. Okay, come on, you guys.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, you didn't hear about that,
What?
Jay.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Big cube they've been walking around for how many? The pilgrimage there. I mean,
Mm.
and
Oh, and apparently this box, it dropped from the sky 1,000 years ago, people.
yeah, okay.
They've been walking around it for 1,000 years.
I wonder if it's the same box as the one on the moon where our souls go and we get recycled.
Oh, I don't know. Well, that's another whole rabbit hole too, because they're saying stuff about the dark side of the moon. Meet me on the dark side of the moon.
So the box has been here 1,000 years.
Well, a long time, maybe not quite that long. Nobody really knows, but apparently they say it dropped from the sky.
Where is this box?
It's
Ask
in-
him for a friend.
Oh, let me see. Where the hell?
Been there forever. They've been doing this forever.
They've
They
been
walk
walking around the box for
And
like,
it's all men usually.
and
And
something.
nobody's ever opened it.
No, they're waiting for their Messiah to come out of it. And
Oh,
that's,
somebody, you got to open it. It's like a present. You can't just sit there.
no, they got to wait till the present comes out.
You remember when they opened the Ark of the Covenant in Indiana Jones, Jay? What happened?
Yeah, I remember.
Okay.
I remember.
Yeah, you don't open it; it opens itself.
Mm.
And something's
Uh.
in there. I don't know. There's just a lot of crazy shit. But the satanic holidays coming up, and Baal likes children, and we know that. I mean, come on, we just seen Burning Man happen. I just found out about Burning Man. Burning Man goes way, way back to like the Vikings or the Celtics or something. They constructed this great big tower made of trees, and it was a cage, and they stuffed people in it, and they burned it. Yeah, that's the original Burning Man, people. So,
And the Tower of
my
Babel.
moon said it's Mecca.
Mecca,
Yeah,
thank you,
Mecca.
Mecca. And they walk around the box. And Muhammad is only here to take away what God sent his son down here for, was for the final sacrifice, to stop this shit. And then Muhammad said,
Oh, no. That was just a man, and it didn't happen. Yeah, it didn't happen according to them.
so they can keep doing it. It's
Yeah,
getting
Joyce Rod, that's my question too. That's my question from day one.
bad. What was the question?
Where are all the children in Maui and the parents?
Right. And how many of them do they need to make Baal happy? I mean, this. I'm thinking this is a real evil entity. Like
It's real, people. So that's what I'm thinking. I don't know. But remember, I'm just a cat with a tinfoil hat, but only on the internet. Yeah.
and I am real, sorta.
I'm having technical difficulties.
Oh no, he froze up, you guys.
shit.
Guess what?
Oh,
J1.
Mm.
J1, you guys know.
Jim.
Yes.
Jim,
Oh
you're not
my
helping
God.
me at all, Jim.
Thank you.
I'm gonna try to fix it.
Rockwell.
Jim,
Oh,
you definitely got to fix this, or I'm going to be broke.
Yeah, we're even now, Craig. I was into you $5.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
up, but then
Yeah.
you guys
so
have
we're-
to explain this to the crowd because not everybody's in on the joke.
They're
Positive.
sick. They're sick-minded individuals who wait for poor Mr. Boswell's camera and computer to freeze, and they bet $5 per freeze.
Jim looks so sad about the news. Look at him.
He
looks-
does. Look at it. He does, huh? And then we get to inspect him. Like he's about due for a haircut.
He is.
Yep,
Yeah.
probably next Sunday.
Yeah, he's about due.
I like his
Um,
glasses though.
They're pretty straight, aren't they? I mean,
Yep.
on his
He
face.
does have a little. He does have a little problem with that collar there on that T-shirt. It looks like he's got the
Yeah.
loose-
An irregular.
Yeah, you need to.
Interesting tidbit in chat said they are scraping off the Maui topsoil, putting it into 55-gallon drums and shipping it to the mainland. No tampering there.
What are they doing that for?
What are they going to find in the soil?
Sorry,
What kind of
guys.
test are they going to
It's
perform?
what's in the soil while they're shipping it to the mainland. so nobody
Yep.
in Maui can test it.
Oh, interesting. Kind of like the dirt from Palestine going to West Texas too. Welcome to the panel, Jeremy.
Hey. How goes it?
How goes
What's
it?
Hi,
up?
Jeremy.
Hi.
There was
What are you
also a
guys talking about?
TikTok from a woman who had to borrow a boat. She commandeered a boat over there, and she was out in the water, and she's got video of waves on fire. Like
Isn't
the waves.
isn't Kilauea blowing up as well? Isn't there something
Yes.
about that?
Yeah,
Just started exploding today.
Yeah.
and we've had
and
off the
Jeremy, Agent J is pointing out that you're late, but Agent J is the man of not the hour because
I'm
he's been
neither.
late. He's been late several times.
I'm neither on time nor late. I am exactly when I am supposed to be.
I don't feel tardy.
Tardy?
Tardy.
Is there re in front of that? Re? Anyway, no.
So the other big thing in the news, you guys, obviously, has been New Mexico, this governor, and I'm sure we all want to
Yep.
bitch about this one. So the governor bans carrying guns in Albuquerque after 11-year-old was killed. This is what she's claiming is the reason for
For your health.
She's not taking guns from pew-pews from the criminals. She's taking them from the good people who have permits.
Either open or
here, just a sec here. Here's the
announced a new public health order that, she said, will prohibit people from carrying firearms, either open or concealed, in Albuquerque and throughout Bernalillo County for the next 30 days, regardless of whether they have a permit. The order takes effect immediately. Just a quick word from our sponsor.
now my
I just got
sponsor.
the State Farm personal price plan on my car
Hello?
insurance. So you told your agent.
Hello, State Farm. No. Okay, well, anyhow.
They asked her, do you think this is going to stop criminals from using guns? And she said, no. Point blank.
Great.
Well, this is what happened today in Albuquerque because people are pissed. Who did I just lose? I think
I'm
I
still
did.
here.
Did I?
He's
I
still
lose
frozen.
Yeah, we're
Jeremy.
still here.
Oh, he's still
Jill's
there.
frozen though.
Krista.
He's still there.
She's there.
I'm here.
Okay, hang on. Whoever's in the back there, just a sec.
On the front lines. I've done 11 trips as an independent contractor. She thinks she has the right to take away my freedom to protect my community. I don't think so. This will not stand. We will not comply.
America. America, fuck yeah.
Look what the U.S. government did to the Native Americans. They try to strip them of their rights. This is the same thing. Our Apache brothers resisted to the very end. Navajos, we got to be the same. Resilient. Keep an eye on my stuff.
Are you looking for like feds in the crowd too?
Yep, I am. Taking this guy right here in the black.
Yeah, the guy with the khaki pants and the glasses and the green shirt.
Oh, yeah, that guy right back there.
Mm-hmm. Just standing there.
Look for the feds, you guys.
That is okay. Oh, that's a you down. No more.
I think it's the guy in the overalls.
No more taking our children to the system because our children are not for sale. No more.
Are you guys familiar with Thomas Jefferson? Say yes.
Protesting the Capitol during COVID? What's that? Were you present at the protesting the Capitol during COVID?
Thomas Jefferson.
I wasn't at that one. No. No. Daniel Montaño.
Daniel Montaño.
You see most of my stuff usually on KUNF.
Okay, that's enough. Stop.
So that was today.
Everybody has guns on their hips because they're concealed and carry. You can't conceal or just carry.
It's not right. It's just it's the beginning of more things to come. I mean, she's declaring it over a health emergency.
supposedly because like an 11-year-old got killed, so she was saying that there's a gun violence emergency.
She's gone. She better
Yeah, I
be
think her
gone.
business could- Oh, by the way, Jay, I'm selling a Liberty safe. If anybody wants to buy a
Good for
Liberty
you.
safe, I got a really good deal on it.
Get rid
There's
of that
no
thing.
way anybody can get the code to it. Okay, folks, there's no way.
Oh,
Unless
wait.
you're somebody in the
Explain
that three-letter
yourself.
agency.
They're
Explain.
unbreak. You
yourself.
can't break into them unless, right?
Unless the master code was already given out for every single Liberty safe due to
A
something.
J6.
It was a J. Yes, he was involved in that, and they raided his house, and they improperly. Well, they didn't even have a. They had just a warrant for the house raid, not for the safe and its contents. But they just called Liberty Safe up, and they just gave it to him. They
Oh.
just gave it to him.
Some bitches.
So if you have a Liberty safe, it's
We
not.
have the code.
Every code, they have a master for every
safe.
So you might want to get a different safe. You know what I mean? Like, wow, they just gave it over.
Well, there goes Liberty Safe Company. That's
Can you
the
put a
kids out
padlock on
there.
it?
Oh yeah, like a padlock's not going to get broken.
Yeah, you just that'll make it so much safer, Jim.
Super glue would too.
Yeah, I was going to say duct tape.
Put it behind a locked door, Jim.
Duct tape works for everything.
So
The
now
one-
Yeah,
last
just wrap it. They will never get into it, Kristen.
last week, you guys, it was all over the news about the death of a pregnant woman in Columbus that was shot by the police in her car because she was leaving. And what a lot of people didn't see is what's coming out now. She was here's right before she got shot. She was in a liquor store, you guys, and she was stealing alcohol. This is why the cops got involved.
Take a bottle of that. A bottle of that.
Just
and
help
apparently
yourself.
she's pregnant apparently too.
Well, she
The
shouldn't
thing
be
is, they only
stealing.
tell half the story, and I hate that.
So I'm
Yeah.
showing
Always
you
show
the other
a
half.
positive light on the victim when the victim is the perpetrator.
And it's the people
Okay.
that don't look into stories and just believes what the TV tells them that take that one side and run with it and think with their emotions.
Hey, Jeremy.
Yes, sir.
Thanks for being here, dude. I'm glad you could show up.
Of
So
course.
here they are. They're walking out of the store, you guys. She filled up her purse there. I think
She's
they-
not alone. There's
She's got
3 of them.
three
That's
of them.
crew.
We're back-
We're not
back
taking
up.
nothing. Oh, we're free. We're free.
And they hop in the car right
Get out
there.
of the fucking car. Get out of the car. Get out of the fucking
Get out
car.
of the car.
Get out of the car. Shots fired. Shots fired. Stop the goddamn car. Stop. Stop.
So there's the other side of the story.
I have no problem
So
with
that
it.
was that incident. Okay.
Yeah.
if you're gonna drive off and not get out of the car when you're at gunpoint, and what do you expect them to do? They don't know if
Wow,
you
I
have a
wonder if
weapon or
it
not.
was Glenn Livet or Glenn Fiddick that she stole. I mean, it must have been worth a lot of money, that booze.
I think they can shoot her as soon as she walks out the store.
No.
Well, they
They
probably
have to
felt the
arrest
need. She
her.
may,
They have
they
to
may have
wait.
been in front
So
of the
the
car.
law is that they have to physically leave the property before they can be arrested. You're not stealing it if you're still in the store.
And
Well,
in San
That
Francisco,
wasn't only shot because there was a weapon put out the window when they were driving away, is what I heard.
Well, technically,
That's why the
that's
cop.
their
She also
property,
ran
the
somebody
parking
over,
lot.
didn't she? She ran somebody
She
over.
almost ran over one of the cops, from what I heard. She hit one of them, for sure.
In other countries, my son was over in Indonesia and Singapore. If people steal, they don't have police. It's the military. They get hung if they're convicted of a crime.
I like chopping your fingers off.
Yeah, they
'Cause then
take a
you know.
hand. I thought.
Yeah, or a hand. Then you know when they're walking around with no hand. You know, ah, fuck,
The
he's a
thing
thief.
is, you know what they were trying to do? They were trying to ignite some kind of a protest and all kinds
Racial
Yep.
George Floyd stuff.
discrimination.
And I'm not.
My dog found her squeaky toy.
I feel bad that what happened to her, but she also made those choices, and she could have stopped. You know, shoulda, coulda, woulda. Just stop. Why didn't you just stop, girl, and you be here?
She was thirsty.
Play stupid
Bad.
games, win stupid prizes.
That's it.
They're trying to create an incident, is what they're doing.
So that's the other side of the story, you guys, just so you know now, because I was kind of interested in what happened, and we see the other view, and you know, there's always another side to the story.
Hey, have you guys found that YouTube is more lenient these days, or no?
No, they're not lenient.
It's true. You're right,
No?
Jeremy. It seems like they are, but they aren't. Like they were,
not.
and now they're coming back with their more restrictions.
They're
So
on
what was that whole story about you being able to talk about 2020 now? Has anybody tested the waters on that?
I sure have. I even run a banner, Jeremy. I got 2020 was all bullshit.
Yeah.
I'd be careful though.
I know. I might end up in jail, Jim. You're right.
Yeah.
Or with somebody there opening your
Jim,
safe.
you're my co-host, so you're probably going to be with me, which is great. We'll be together, Jim.
But the thing is
Jeremy, they've actually cracked down on if you're 18 plus channel and you have a kid in your chat and the kid's not removed, they can take your whole channel. No questions asked, all materials included. Even if you've had it for 10 years, you will not get any of it back.
Digital Nazis.
Has anybody ID'd Jeff B? Jeff B's here. Has anybody seen his ID? I don't even know how old he is.
I think he's around 80.
Oh, that's
What
right.
kind of
He
birthday
just turned
was it? Oh, he just had his
72.
birthday.
You're right.
Yeah.
You're right. I
That's
forgot.
right.
Who knows if his name's even Jeff B?
See,
That's
you
right.
think I don't listen, but I do pay attention.
He had his
And
birthday the
now-
other day.
And
He'll be
now,
having a baby about 8.5 months.
for your 10 TV quick commercial.
His very own magic set and a toy laptop. Just don't lose it or you could get in trouble. And then there's my late son, Bo, a true American hero. Bo was lost during his Iraq service, but thankfully for America, not before he captured Saddam Hussein. My daughter, Ashley Biden, is also included. She has her very own diary, and you can pretend she's writing all her secrets. Just don't lose it in the cushions or you could get in trouble. Next, my son's better half and daughter-in-law, Hallie Biden. She comes with mix and match outfits, which go with either Bo or Hunter. You'll also get a set of 6 Biden grandchildren. Who knows? There might be more. Finally, the set includes the Joe and doll. You can pose me in up to 18 different sleeping positions. Joe also has realistic falling action. Oh no, oops, not again. You can have hours of fun playing with me in the Joe's Basement play set. Buy the whole set, and you'll also receive the White House dollhouse. This incredible house comes with its own powerful bubble of justice so that no matter what happens, your dolls stay safe and protected.
But that's not all. Act now, and for a limited time, you'll also receive Dark Brandon. Powered by MAGA tears, Dark Brandon has real laser eyes and is the hero. Dark Brandon comes with detachable wings and working motorcycle. Brandon is a tantalizing blend of power, mystery, and magnetism. Carved from the night itself. Here's your chance to truly own the libs. Buy today. Vander the family dog sold separately.
Comes with
The dog sold separately.
I know, but that's a damn good looking Hunter Biden doll. I might have
That
to
is.
look
That's
for a
good.
suit
He looks
now.
like Ken.
Yours was good. Yours was close, but this one is a little bit titchy bit better.
Yeah, I'm thinking I'm saving that just so that I can use it for
Because I still got dolls to make, you guys.
But is it anatomically correct, Krista?
No.
The water slide.
Well, I sent her wieners. She wouldn't put them on.
Oh, there's an attachment. It's like a Mr. Potato Head.
Detachable penis. Detachable penis.
Bum, bum.
But yeah, get yourself one today, right? Oh, I thought that was pretty funny.
So speaking
That is
of
good.
Hunter and that all that company and stuff in Ukraine, what do you guys make of Kolomoisky being arrested? Do you think Zelensky did that or somebody else did that?
Who arrested him? That's
someone
the question.
else, I believe. Jeremy, you're right. It does seem. Why would? Because I think he may hold his secrets. Correct.
Yeah, I think he's an Epstein.
The problem with Kolomoisky is exactly he knows too much, and he's got free reign to travel wherever he wants thanks to Joey bribes, right? So he can go wherever he wants. So he's a flight risk. He's a flight risk. Plus, he's got a lot of power and money and knows a lot. And yeah, it would be nice to exterminate someone like that.
And acquire his billions.
Who arrested him? Well, that's what I want to know. Like
They said it was the
was
Ukrainian
that Putin?
government.
Was it Ukraine? Was it Poland? Was it
Yeah, and that's interesting
US?
because he made Zelensky. Zelensky would be a nobody without Kolomoisky. So it's
but they're
just
not
strange.
like they're not loyal. They're not loyal.
And
So
Colin
no.
Moisky owns all the television stations in Ukraine, and he also owned Burisma.
Yep.
Oh, what was Burisma? Oh, that Ukrainian energy, group that Honey used to be on the board.
And isn't it interesting the timing? They're investigating Biden for bribes and stuff from Ukraine, probably through Burisma, and they're investigating Hunter. And so my thought is that Zelensky somehow his strings got cut, because remember when Zelensky was at that NATO meeting and everybody kind of like shunned him off, like they pretended he wasn't there.
Yeah.
So maybe they found out like, oh yeah, he's no longer our guy anymore. His strings have been cut. So let's just ignore the little elf.
I think, something's up there. Where is he? Like, what prison is he in? Did they bring him over here, or is he in Ukraine, or?
Well,
Yeah, last I heard it was like he's gonna be detained for 2 months while they finish the investigation, and then they're gonna bring more charges. But it was for money laundering and tax stuff or something like that.
Well, I think that he's going to find a red tie and a doorknob.
I think so too.
He's gonna Epstein himself.
He'll be
might.
Epsteined.
Speaking of red ties, I see Craig's wearing one.
Yeah, I think. Is it that time, Krista?
It is.
Let's do
Make
this.
America great again.
Hey, all you cool cats, it's time for Craig the Hunter's news segment.
Oh, sorry. Got lost in the music. First, let's do a tie report. The tie is, yes, it is Santa Claus Schwab. You will own nothing and like it.
And no Christmas.
No Christmas for you.
Can we get to Halloween and Thanksgiving first, Craig? Come on.
Yeah, Costco has Christmas shit up, man. Trees.
We're doing
and-
Christmas now. Starts early. You gotta heat up light.
Yeah, it's that time.
And now for your Tin TV weekend report.
Can I pet that dog?
Craig the Hunter.
If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. That was just an audience test. I just want to see if they're happy.
Okay.
And hopefully they clap their hands. All right. And now for Breaking Jeff B. We had a follow-up story on the Craig the Hunter Show, co-hosted by Jim Boswell and Count Yorga. Baby. About the recovery of Jeff B's stolen 2022 Ford Edge. As we stated, the front seat was converted into a street pharmacy for the homeless, and the back seat was converted into a 30-minute time limit Airbnb.
Sorry.
Jeff B had expressed the desire to keep the vehicle and just have it cleaned. But due to the toxic elements being produced in the front seat and the bum orgy in the back seat, Jeff decided just to get a Tesla. A pink one. With the eyelashes on the headlights. Listen to this. This is crazy. You ready for this one? In even stranger news, just like Jeff B., almost like he stole that story from the headlines, a thief steals a former governor's SUV as he hosts a radio show. Schaefer, who was a South Dakota, I believe, he was the former governor of South Dakota. Schaefer was guest hosting a News and Views program Friday morning when police called him and asked if he owned a 2020 GMC Yukon. Well, yes, I do. It turns out that the SUV had been stolen out of the station's parking lot, and the thief apparently drove it to his probation officer and surrendered to authorities, Schaefer said. So the guy had a mission to get somewhere. The vehicle has a push-button start feature, just like Jeff B. talked about in his story, and required a key fob to be in the vehicle before it can be operated. But Schaefer had left the spare fob inside the car. Probably what happened with Jeff B. There wasn't no device you can get on Amazon. I don't know where that came from. Enabled the thief to start it up and drive off.
Ooh.
Next story. The animals at the London Zoo step onto the scales to get their annual weigh-in. I didn't realize this. They weigh every damn animal on, like, I guess it takes a while, but staff at the London Zoo got the measures of giant gorillas, plump penguins, and skinny stick insects at the zoo's annual animal weigh-in on Thursday. Zookeepers tempted the squirrel monkeys onto the scales with treats, trotted up the tarantulas, and used a curry-scented measuring stick to coax the Sumatran tigers to stretch out. Staff at the zoo, which is home to more than 14,000 animals, that's how many they had to weigh, will take several days to weigh and measure every mammal, bird, reptile, fish, and invertebrate in its care. The results go into a database that is shared with the zoos around the world. So they share this information on, hey, my gorilla weighs this much. How much does your gorilla weigh? Next story. Have you been to Goodwill lately? Well,
I just dropped off there.
Well, let me tell you, I don't know what you dropped off, but they found a human skull was found in a Goodwill donation box in Arizona.
I did.
AJ always knew a little something was off with you.
There you go.
Police say
my first wife.
No apparent link to any crime, though. So there was no crime. It's probably not the strangest item ever donated to the Goodwill store, really. But employees of a thrift store in Phoenix area knew exactly what to do when they saw what looked like a human skull in one of their donation boxes. They called the cops.
Ooh.
Officers responded to the store in Goodyear on Tuesday night and took possession of the skull. We'll take that from you. Which was covered with spots and had its upper front teeth. It's good to know. It had a good dental care.
Little buck tooth.
Yep. The skull was transported to the Maricopa County Medical Examiner's Office, where authorities confirmed that it was in fact a real human skull. Police spokesman Mrs. Lisa Berry said, it appears this human skull is historic and has no forensic significance, meaning that there appears to be no crime committed here.
That's what they all say.
It was just a skull. I have one more story for us. A power outage in New Jersey was due. You remember how y'all heard about that power outage in New Jersey? And everybody thinks, hey. Well, let me tell you what happened.
Sure.
It was due to an unlikely culprit, Jim. A fish likely put there by a bird.
I heard about that. Yep.
Ooh.
Jim, do you think that's a cover story?
Well, a bird dropping a fish, that's a tough one.
That's a tough one. I mean, come on.
I don't think a bird would lose the fish, really.
You're not going to lose your food, Jim. They got talons. The police said that Jersey Central Power and Light Company workers working on August 12th outage that cut power to a large area of lower Sayreville, I guess, Jim? Sayreville, is that right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Found a fish on the transformer in the New Jersey community southwest of New York, Staten Island. Could have been just somebody screwing around and throwing fish.
Yeah, it was Fry Fish Friday.
This is what they were going, but this is what they said. We are guessing a bird dropped it as it flew over, police said on their Facebook page. In a later post, they had a bit of fun asking readers to remember the fish as the victim of the senseless death, dubbing him Gilligan and calling him a hard-working family fish and a father to thousands. And this concludes your Tin TV Weekend Report. I am Superman, and I know what's happening.
Craig, you never know what a bird will do. Once we had a bird drop a corn in the cob in the rain gutter.
What?
Tim, PNW 77. Russia has 8 doomsday planes including Putin personal, just like Trump's threatening U.S. with nuke strike on 911, as in tomorrow.
Is that tomorrow?
Tomorrow.
Yeah, it's supposed to be tomorrow.
Tomorrow our ticker starts, right? Till the 23rd?
Yes, till the 23rd.
Yeah, okay. Or
waiting. Going off that weird video where all those movies like have like 923 in it.
Yep.
It'll
Sorry,
come and
Chef,
go, and nothing will happen. It's all psyop.
That story has been going around since yesterday, maybe even halfway through the night before, and so I don't know about you guys, but this fear porn thing, fear porn. I'm sure that there's shit going on. I am sure there is, but when it hits the fan, we'll know.
Jeff B says, "Calm down, Canada."
He's
in the
always
chat.
pushing Canada's buttons.
Now
Canada is calm.
that guy that's running around that we were talking about. Oh, there's Mr. Boswell.
Jim's back.
Oh, yes.
Hey.
So Mr. Boswell's like 15 miles from where this convict is running around.
Yeah, I know that area. But like I said, if he gets outside of Phoenixville, he's going to be in wooded areas where it's going to be really hard to get him. And you figure this is a really old area.
I heard they're trying to hunt him down. Hunt him?
Yeah, they're trying to hunt this guy down. I don't know exactly what his name is now. I'm trying to find him.
Are you trying to find Dog the Bounty
Yeah,
Hunter?
I got that one too for you. But check this out: $20,000 would get a lot of people out on the road.
Ooh, that'll
You
get
know
me
what?
out.
So if they're hunting for this guy, don't think that they won't be hunting for us.
Look at
next. Okay, peeps, this is serious.
Oh, we're joking. They really are in Jeeps hunting them down.
This is what I'm talking about, people. There is are you out here? Do you normally put these on here?
Only one dude's running around with 20 grand price tag.
You're looking for the 20 grand. God bless you. Be safe.
Gonna plug him.
Gotta love America.
It's a
Put 'em to
money-making
sleep.
opportunity.
Hey, man, times are tough.
It
20
really
grand
is.
is 20 grand.
Yeah,
Okay,
but
I'm
that
going.
scares me.
Yeah,
that when they
thank you.
come hunting us down, and then this guy, Krista said, "Well, this is what he said he'd do."
Hunter.
Jeff B said Alaska tomorrow. What does that mean, Jeff?
You be doing in this situation?
9/11 tomorrow. Something's supposed to happen. Don't know.
New
Use your
information to
mic.
me that they just spotted him.
God,
So
you
I
guys.
would be, of course, using a bloodhound to track him. Unless it rains, a bloodhound's going to catch him. They can go up to 5 days, I think the record is, before they catch him. His size, Charles Manson was 5'2" and hid in milk boxes. So this guy's 5 foot. So he could hide anywhere, but the bloodhound is going to smell him out. I own one for 8 years, and they are incredible. My dog never missed anyone.
So you hear it's now, what was that, an 8 to 10 mile search perimeter that they're squeezing. What does that tell you about the timing of a potential catch?
Well, I would think, like you said, Jesse, within a couple hours, they'll probably have him. I don't think he's been able to get a weapon, so they might take him alive. I know that Jesse, we're going to see a lot of this international serial killers because the border is open now, and that door swings both ways. He left Brazil because of murder. He did another one in America. He could go right across the border again and go to some other place. So they got to catch this guy right now. There's a large in Pennsylvania and Pittsburgh, a large Brazilian community, over 6,000 Brazilians. So I'm sure he was trying to get back there to his last known address. He's probably got a couple homies, a couple friends. But if they got him tracked like that, these guys, down there, I've worked with them, they will not give up. As they squeeze that perimeter, he'll know they're coming. Dogs, a lot of people, when you see bloodhounds on a trail, people think they bark as they go. They do not bark. They stay silent and they go. So they have a piece of what they do with the bloodhound is they take a piece of clothing and let the bloodhound smell it. Then they put that piece in a baggie so he can't smell, and they let him go. A lot of times you have to keep them on a leash because they will go. If something is dead, the bloodhound will stop immediately. But like I said, I caught hundreds of fugitives in the terrain. Like you can't use a bloodhound in the city streets, but in the terrain he's in right now, if he's there, that bloodhound will catch him.
So how come they don't let Dog just do this?
Do his thing. You know what this reminds me of? I'll bet you they find him this way. Do you remember Ilian in the closet, the little kid from Cuba?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Wasn't it? This is what they're going to find this guy in a closet. I bet you he's 5 foot nothing. He's like a little kid.
But where that guy is in Chester County, you get into the rural areas, it's MAGA country.
He's right. You know what? And the bloodhound has 230 million scent receptors in its nose, and it's the only dog that's allowed in court. It's a bloodhound's testimony is allowed in court.
Look at that guy's eyes.
You've been hanging around Life a lot.
I was going to say,
I know a lot of facts about animal receptors, scent receptors. The white-tailed deer has 300 million, more than the bloodhound.
Is that why you put poop on yourself?
That's why we put scent-free crap on us every time we go.
And now
Why is Dog wearing sunglasses in an interview?
And he's got neck tattoos, Jeremy. Did you notice that? He didn't have those before.
His wife died a few years ago.
Yep, poor. I know. that's
Jeff said
sad.
he's a carny.
He's corny.
So I wanted to flip over to Mr. Boswell. Is that okay?
Hold on a second. And Jeremy, what's going on in Alaska is Biden's going to be there tomorrow. Sorry.
Oh. I think the story about the Middle East agreement is the important one to get through.
Okay, I think that's the first one that you.
Yep.
Can we go full screen on Jim?
Yeah.
Yep.
Is there a secret plan to merge Jordan, Gaza, and the West Bank as part of a normalization agreement between Israel and Saudi Arabia? Yeah, this hasn't been mentioned on the news at all. I'm going back to StreamYard. Okay.
I'm frozen.
I'm not frozen.
Wait, we see it. We see it. You're up on screen.
Okay. Perfect.
Negotiations that are intended to lead to the normalization of relations between Israel and Saudi Arabia have begun, but they aren't the only partners that must agree to a potential deal. These negotiations are being conducted very quietly because they are touching on issues that are extremely sensitive. As you will see below, we're not likely to learn much about the exact details of the deal that is being formulated until it is finalized. The Biden administration is brokering these peace negotiations. And the one thing we do know is that there will be no normalization of relations unless Israel is willing to make major concessions regarding the Palestinians. Benjamin Netanyahu is unlikely to agree to recognize a full-blown independent Palestinian state, but another plan is being floated that could potentially be acceptable to all of the parties. This plan was initially conceived by a close confidant of Mohammed bin Salman named Ali Shahabi. According to the plan, Jordan, Gaza, and the West Bank would be merged into a single unit, the Hashemite Kingdom of Palestine. Okay, has anybody heard about anything on the news about this on TV? I haven't. The Netanyahu government has been deeply concerned about the security risk that an independent Palestine state would pose, but putting the Palestinians under the umbrella of Jordan would potentially mitigate this security risk. And it is important to note that this plan has not been publicly rejected by Jordan, the PLO, or Hamas since it was first published.
Now, Jim, I heard a report that Netanyahu might be stepping down or something like that. Did you hear anything about that?
I didn't hear anything about that, but if he would step down, what would cause that? They're not having any kind of an election right now. Unless it was health reasons or he was being forced to step down. Hey, they might go for this if, having Jordan and control the Palestinians. But I predict if they do this, they're still splitting Israel like what's in Bible prophecy. In too many chapters to even think of offhand.
You're right, Jim.
That's a pretty big thing.
That is. I found it a few days ago, and I was waiting to see if anybody else would post anything about it anywhere, and nobody has.
Well, it's kind of like with the Prince Andrew thing.
Yep.
It came out days and days, and we waited. Like it came out the week before, and we waited till last Wednesday to drop that bomb on you guys because we were hoping somebody else would pick that story up, and nobody did. But he's under an investigation right now for 2 little children in Ukraine. Yeah. Okay, go ahead.
Helicopter rides.
Always comes back to Ukraine.
Okay, then there's a video to the next story. And this is no surprise. The Florida Surgeon General, Dr. Joseph Latapa, warns Americans not to take new COVID vaccine.
Ooh.
And this is from the Gateway Pundit, you guys, and it's kind of one of those dangerous topics.
I know, I hate bringing it up, but
so what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop this link for this article and video in the chat right now for you guys. The chat replay will not be up. So if you don't get it now, you don't get it. Things happen, you guys. You have to be at the live stream to know what's going on sometimes, and that's unfortunate. But the video is on the page here, and it's from Gateway Pundit.
Yeah, these are such top, touchy subjects with YouTube.
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah,
now let me get this
What's so different from 2020 is you actually have governors coming out against it now instead of all of them being in lockstep pretty much.
Yeah, but even repeating this information on
That's
YouTube.
what worries me, you guys. Why are they doing that?
Mm-hmm.
Some are trying to save their ass.
So the next one that Mr. Boswell has, it's regarding camel toe, and
guess what? I got something to show right after that, Mr. Boswell, that I just happened to find from this young Pharaoh dude, and he's awake. And yeah, that camel is dirty. So.
And I gotta laugh because my son was just over there in Jakarta with the group he manages, the Devil Wears Prada. Oh, and I have to tell you this, Tim, I didn't have a chance to tell you. The guys in that band are talking about some of the same stuff. I can't say the word that begins with an A and ends with, plating that's on a metal. There are more young people learning about all this stuff because my son asked me, have you heard about this? And I laughed.
Oh,
and
wow.
He started telling me, I'd have to find an email. He gave me, he sent me an email with a link to a YouTube channel that has millions of subscribers. And they're talking about, this guy's always posting news. They're talking about the same stuff that we've been discussing since this all started. Isn't that amazing?
Formula One, Jim. Formula One.
Formula One.
Yeah,
I like that metal that.
Yeah, Cody and the guys in that band are aware of this stuff now.
That's good. That's good that the young are waking up. Jim, who is that guy smoking a Newport, wearing a Newport?
I'd have to look at it.
Right next. Look, he's got cornrows. He's right there on the screen with you, Jim. Sorry.
Oh, you mean him? Okay, I wasn't looking at the screen. I was looking at the story.
That's Flavor Flav.
Yeah,
that just sticks out, Jeremy. I just see cornrows.
Okay, CBS anchor asked Kamala Harris, "Are you taking the threat of a second Trump presidency seriously enough?" Okay, Margaret Brennan asked Kamala Harris. Okay, I already read that. But even the Democrats are okay. A portion of the interview aired during Sunday's edition of Face the Nation. I don't watch that show. But even Democrats are worried about the president's age. The Wall Street Journal had a poll showing 2/3 of Democrats say Joe Biden is too old to run again. Are you prepared to be the commander-in-chief? Brendan asked Harris. Harris replied, yes, if I am necessary, but Joe Biden is going to be fine. And let me tell you something. I work with Joe Biden daily. Under Biden's leadership, we have transformed, and we are in the process of transforming America's infrastructure with a historic investment in not only roads and bridges, but high-speed internet. What are we doing around issues like lead pipes? And I could go on and on. Are you taking the threat of a second Trump presidency seriously enough? Brennan asked. Appearing to be stunned by the inquiry, Harris replied, I don't understand the question. You were dismissive of some of the Republican criticism of you and the president, Brennan said. When you look at current polling, the frontrunner for the Republican nomination is the former president, the 45th president. We will win re-election, Harris began. Brennan attempted to interject, saying, do you feel? Harris promptly cut her off and replied, we will win, re-election. There is too much at stake, and the American people know it. Biden and Trump are currently in a virtue tie, according to the latest polls.
And he's building that train to Africa.
Is she that out of touch, Kamala?
Yes.
Well,
how can somebody be that out of touch?
Well, Mr. Boswell, I wanted to show you this because I just found this, and we're talking about old camel toe, and I want people to realize that before the election, shit was trying to get out there about her.
Yep.
Just a sec here. Where the hell is it now?
Well, there's so much dirt on each side of her mother, her father, and what her name means in India.
Okay, just
she's the destroyer of worlds. That's made me think of Bible prophecy with the harlot of of New Babylon.
Yeah, I didn't know that was what her name meant. Jim.
Yeah, I did that 3 years ago.
Back in August 13th of 2020, this was published that the author claims that Kamala Harris deep sixed the release of documents that were IDing clergy accused of sexual abuse in the city in California. And she did. There was a prosecuting DA that she had taken over for, and she had all this evidence on all the clergy in Cali that were doing, things to people.
She just sat on it.
And she sat on it. She's part of it. And this came out in August of 2020. When was the election? It was in 2019, wasn't it?
No, it was in 2020, November 8th.
Okay, yeah. Oh, see, I don't even remember that.
It came out before the election.
So it came out before the election, and yet nobody questioned this.
Can't report that.
It wasn't publicized.
We need to go back to iPet Goat.
I'm telling
We
you.
can't. Krista, it's been wiped.
Yeah, they wiped it.
They wiped it.
As a matter of fact, the dude who wrote iPet Goat, put up another video which is in relation to 923. Just saying.
Oh.
And he's walking on a pier out on somewhere in Ontario, walking up to a building and then looks at it. It's an arcade.
By the ocean.
It's an arcade called SOS, people.
S.O.S, right?
Yep.
You could probably find iPad Go on like Rumble or BitChute.
Her father was investigated for the human thing that involved traffic.
And she's not even technically supposed to be able to, hold her position apparently, but they're okay with that. So here's another one on Kamala that Mr. Hang on. Oh, geez, my computer. Keep talking, Mr. Boswell.
I'm going to pull it up on my computer.
Okay, yeah, because mine.
So Bubba One says iPet Goat is iPet Goat videos and website taken down last year. iPad Goat is still played on podcasts and Rumble.
iPad Goat 2.
Yeah, but not one. One's been scrubbed. Why? We did a deep dive on that one, remember?
I'm
Yep.
trying to get it to load now. Can't get the page
We
to
did a
load.
deep dive in the
There it is.
backstage, you guys, on stuff like this.
Okay, I got it to load, 10 finally. I got the poll done. with
Okay,
her. It's on Breitbart.
I got
Paul, okay. It was
Nobody pooped in the house.
To keep track. Paul, less than 1 in 5 Americans say Kamala.
That's what it was.
Harris. What?
Sorry.
What?
Sorry. My bad. I'm sorry.
Okay. Less than 1 in 5 Americans say Kamala Harris makes them think better of Biden administration. Let me scroll down here. Nearly 60% of Americans disapprove the performance Vice President Kamala Harris has put forth, while just 18% say she makes them think better of the Biden administration, according to CBS News U.S. Government poll.
Jim, compose yourself.
They published Sunday said that 41% of Americans approve of Harris's performance as vice president, while 59% disapprove to varying degrees. Only 31% of independents are happy with her showing, while 69% said they were dissatisfied. Well, that ain't looking too good for her.
She talks in rhyme, Jim, and she laughs a lot.
And Trump said that's weird.
Bus goes this way.
That
the bus
is
goes
weird,
that
Jeremy.
way.
People that laugh like that is because they don't know how to answer the question. It's like when we laugh, it's been good fun over something somebody said or the opinion we got out of what they said. But when she laughs, it's because she's clueless to give an answer to the response.
No, and her neck talks for her. I watch her neck more than her it's like her neck moves more than her mouth.
Lizard.
What is up with that?
Her Adam's apple.
Lizard.
She got big feet.
Lizard.
Lizard.
She's had a lot of things down that throat.
A lot, lizard.
Hey, and Tin and Hit Gals, right? Wasn't it Professor Doom that we watched the other night on
Yes.
iPad Goat 2?
Yep, Professor Doom on YouTube. You can still get the copy of iPad Goat 2 and the last video that was done.
Which was done about a month ago or early this month.
So
And-
why would they have scrubbed it?
I don't know. Do you want to see the last video?
Yes, we do.
Next show.
Yes.
Next
Next.
show, Tin.
Next show.
Okay, well, tomorrow, you guys, I think we shouldn't do a show. And the reason why is tomorrow's 9/11. And I think we should focus on our country, our flag, and our families, and not focus on Tin TV or the effing news tomorrow. Okay, you guys?
I didn't know. it was the
I think you're wrong,
I
Tin.
didn't think it
What
was
if
the
big
F-
news happens tomorrow, Tim?
Yeah,
and we
what
might-
if? We're going on Craig's channel then. I'm drifting
Then
over.
we'll go on Craig's, but
It just
Like
turned
Craig,
on.
Great, leave me with the bad news.
It's just the midnight here.
I just think we should not,
I mean, you're right. Out of respect.
Oh, Craig, I didn't
out
know
of
Craig had a channel.
respect.
I've
Unless
done that for over
that's
20 years. I respect him. Now I'm hearing the truth. I want to know what the fuck is real
well, let's
about this day.
just
How long do we
never.
have to wait?
Also, never forget how these evil dickheads weaponized our patriotism against us.
Mhm.
Right then and there.
So if it's okay with you guys tomorrow night, unless something really bad happens, we'll come back on Tuesday. But I think everybody should, take that moment to remember a lot of people were cannon fodder that day for their evil
Time
plan.
to thank our sponsor.
That's right.
I'd like to take a moment to thank the sponsor of this channel, God, Jesus, and the Holy Spirit. Thank you, Father, for bringing us together tonight. Tomorrow we're going to take the day off because we're all going to remember. We're going to remember. And thank you, Father. Thank you. I'm going to get emotional here. I'm remembering all the people on 9/11 that didn't need to die. Please protect our children, our churches, and our Bibles. But most of all, Father, please protect each and every one of us here from those that want to hurt us emotionally, physically, intellectually, and spiritually. As it is said in Jesus' name, it will be done.
Amen.
Amen.
Woo, a little emotional. Wow. Sorry.
Yep.
Ken, I think the next show we ought to tell stories of what happened to each of us that day.
That's a good one.
We'll be on Craig the Hunter's channel tomorrow night. I'll describe where we were, where we were, and what we were doing.
Craig, are you ready to
I'm
fire
ready
it up?
for it. I'm ready for it. If we're ready to do it, we'll do
Okay.
it. Oh, by the way, though, before you leave, folks, I request that you please leave a thumbs up for the show. And also, if you could leave a comment after the show, not right now, because we'll see this one right now, but leave a comment after the show in the comment section and put a bunch of hearts.
Yeah.
It helps the
And
algorithm.
Agent J, when you do your mistake thing there that you're about
I
to
would-
do where you blow it, don't forget shift kicker.
Oh, I'm not. I
Oh,
already-
yeah. And we
no.
need to get, she lost subscribers.
Yeah,
We-
here's what goes on. Here's what's going on, guys.
So what happened?
Shift Kicker lost 15 subscribers. Don't know why. Have no idea. Maybe they just didn't like what she was doing.
Doubt
Don't know.
it.
But we need 15, at least 15 of you guys to go over and subscribe. Please.
Now.
The link will be in the chat.
Now. Obey.
I'll go
Please.
subscribe to Shift Kicker.
Please,
I
please.
know, that's
please.
weird how YouTube does that.
Yeah, she just likes to hold a certain number, but please, thank you. And they go to Tinfoil TV on Telegram and Planet Neutral on Telegram. Jeremy drops a lot of shit in there.
Too much, some would say.
And yeah, there's other people that drop all kinds of stuff in there. So go over to Tinfoil TV 2 on YouTube and Tin TV at Yahoo, myyahoo.com.
myyahoo.com.
Yeah.
Tin TV at myyahoo.com.
Damn, he's
Frog, I was just thinking the same thing. It's probably 14 of Frog's different accounts.
20 new accounts.
And if
go-
you guys enjoyed this show tonight, could I see some hearts in the chat? Just 'cause
Ollie
it's-
Ollie
We
Salad
enjoyed it.
Bar.
Yeah.
Ollie Ollie
Heart.
Salad Bar. Tomorrow's 9/11.
Hearts,
So
hearts,
it's
hearts.
a lot of rumors, a lot of things being thrown out there. Let's see what happens. Probably nothing.
But nevertheless, we will be back Tuesday, Taco Tuesday. And if I'm really glad you guys enjoyed the show, please put the hearts in there. Oh, that's so nice to see that people like us.
They like us, like Sally Field. You really like us.
And Ollie oxen free. I love the way you say that.
No, Ollie Ollie Salad Bar.
Salad
That's even better.
So if something breaks tomorrow night, you guys will. I'll let you know. We'll be at Craig the Hunter's. Otherwise,
Okay.
we'll see you Tuesday, Taco Trucker Tuesday, and
We're out of here. Good night, everybody.